All right, you can see where our spreadsheet is starting to become a little more presentable and put together just with the little changes that we've made to it with our merging of cells and alignments and stuff like that. So now we can go in and we can start adding borders and changing some of our background color and stuff like that. So I'm going to start out with just grabbing the area that we've been putting data into and want to add a border around that. So once I highlight the area that I want to put a border around, I'm going to come right up here and where you see the little boxes, I'm going to click that down arrow. Since I've got the entire area selected, I'm going to go down here and I'm just going to choose a thick box border. And what that does is it puts the border around the entire box or the entire area. Remember, we have margins set, so where you can't see the thick border on the left side of column A, it is there once we go into print preview or just to the print mode. So I'm going to keep that with a thick border, and then I'm going to go in and where we merged our cells together for our title, I'm going to have that with a thick border as well, just to kind of let it stand out a little bit. Next, I'm going to come in here where we've got our data, and I think what I want to do is with my internal grid lines, I want to go in and separate those out. So where it says inside borders, if I do all borders, it's going to take off my thick border on the outside. I want to leave that thick border, so I'm going to go down here where it says inside borders and click on that. And now when I click out, I still have my thick border. However, now all of my cells are separated out. That can still be a little bit busy, so what we can do is we can add some background color to every other row, and that kind of separates it out a little bit. So I'm going to start with my student number 1, and I'm just going to highlight across. For my backfill color or my background color, I want to go up here where this paint bucket is, and you can go click on the arrow and choose some colors. I like to make those a little bit of a grayed out color. And now my row for student 1 is not going to be confused with my row for student 2. So another feature that there is in Excel, kind of like the autofill where when we highlighted 2 cells and then you could grab and carry down and it would autofill, works the same way when you're trying to format cells. So I'm going to highlight 2. I'm going to come up here to where this paintbrush is. This is called the Format Painter. I'm going to click on this paintbrush, and now you can see where it's kind of doing a little dotted line around these 2 rows. I'm going to click right below that, but when you click in it, don't let go. So left click where the 3 is, and then as long as you see the paintbrush, you know that it's still carrying everything over. I'm going to highlight the rest of the cells inside this area, and once you let go, it's going to carry that format the rest of the way. So now I've got every other row gray and white so that my data doesn't start getting kind of confusing to look at. Now by doing that, you can also see that I lost my thick border. So all I have to do is just highlight the entire area again and go back in and tell it a thick border, like that. So we've added our borders, we've done some coloring to separate the different rows out, and that's how you add the color in the borders.